In this video, I'm going to share with you what I think is the best way to package your YouTube videos to get more coaching clients and the way I do it. Now, it's really important to think about there's three main things, and you got to have all three parts of this to have a successful packaging of the video. And if you're saying, Bob, like, how do I trust you? I'm going to show you that you got to watch on my other channel and you'll really understand. So let's draw a triangle here, okay? And now the first part of this that's really important, and you got to have all three, is your thumbnail, all right? So the most important part of this thumbnail, it's grabbing the attention of the viewer in that feed. You got to picture your YouTube video is showing up with everybody, and you really got to get somebody to click through. So this is one of the most important things of your packaging. And I'm going to show you right here. If you take a look at the screen, this is my other channel. This is my cooking channel, Home Cook Basics. And as you can see here, some of these videos, this one's almost got 1 million views, 850,000 views, 740,000 views. I can show you that I do have some idea how to package a video and a thumbnail, right? But what I want to show you here is if we go into an incognito window, so it doesn't know it's me searching, right? I already put a search up here for how to cook a burger on the stove. This is a video that I've created, right? So this is in YouTube search. It doesn't know who I am, so it doesn't know it's Home Cook Basics, right? So when you do the search, you can see my video pops up right here. And I want you to ask yourself, this thumbnail, what do you see different than the other thumbnails? So I'll scroll down a little bit. Yeah, dude, I mean, obviously Josh is huge, but you see these pictures, right? This one's really good, the burger. But what is different about mine? Do you notice what it is? The big reason that my video stands out here in this thumbnail and it's causing attention and for people to click that is that yellow. Look at that yellow. There's nobody else that has something that bold or different in the feed, right? All these are just burgers and stuff. Yes, that makes sense, but my video has that yellow. And guys, that's a little trick that I can tell you that was huge for this cooking channel. Because a lot of times it's just recipes and it shows the pictures of the recipe, but they all look the same. And my YouTube videos always stood out with the thumbnail because of that. And there's a reason it's at the top of this list, right? It has a huge click-through rate. So the packaging of this thumbnail is a few other things, right? We have perfect burgers. It's really defining what the people, the search query or the title was how to cook burger on the stove. I have a picture of the stove. I have a burger on that, right? And I have perfect burgers, and I have this yellow that really stands out with the thumbnail for people to click. So now we showed you thumbnail and how important the thumbnail is, right? And the next important thing that you really need to have dialed in for your packaging is the title, all right? That's the next out of these three things. So first we have thumbnail, and then the second we have the title. So an important part of the title is it's got to work in unison with the thumbnail. So if we go back to the example here with the burger on the stove, right? It's how to cook a burger on the stove. That's the title, right? My thumbnail, again, has a burger. It's on the stove. This is not on the stove, but it's on a burner, right? But it's on a frying pan on the stove top. And then perfect burgers is emphasized in the thumbnail. And it's also important, if you can, to put your face in these YouTube thumbnails. There's just something about it. You get more clicks typically from thumbnails if you have your face in it. But that title definitely matches the packaging of the thumbnail. They're working in unison, really important. So someone scrolls through, they say, oh wow, something was different about this thumbnail that caught them, right? It was the yellow. Then they look at it, it says perfect burgers. They check the title, it says how to cook a perfect burger on the stove. But also one thing to remember here is that person searched that in the bar. That's another important part of titles. Like this title, I explicitly did it to be searchable. It's evergreen content. People actually search that. They want to know how to do it. So they searched it. They looked at the thumbnail, right? They saw it said perfect burgers. I'm here, perfect burgers. I'm talking about the stove. Oh, the guy's on the stove top. And then the title match. It's really important to have all of those three combined. In the comments, let me know your favorite part of packaging your videos. All right, so we have the thumbnail, we have the title. The next important part, and you gotta have this, right? And don't forget, we're gonna get to the center here in a minute. But the number 3 that you really need to have, that these don't work without, is you gotta have a hook, right? And also with that hook, you gotta have a loop. Really important. If you have the thumbnail, you get people to click through, they agree with the title that matches that. The third part of this packaging is definitely the hook. So the reason why this is so important is because you got them to click through, and that hook, right? It's got to grab them so they stay and watch the video. Really important. You've done all this work to get them to actually click through. If you don't grab them and hook them, then they take off. And how does that affect your video? Well, then you don't get that retention in the video, right? YouTube will see that people drop off and you don't have over the 40% retention. And then the next thing you know, YouTube is not going to serve up your video to other people. That's why it's really important to get this hook down in your video. And it's important also that that hook has to match this thumbnail, right? And it has to match the title. If someone clicks through the thumbnail and they agree with the picture and everything and they click through or then they saw the title and then they get to your video and you don't actually say what you're going to give them is the same as what they saw in the thumbnail and the title, they're gone. They automatically bounce. One tip I can tell you with the hook is just repeat the title. If you don't have a way or you're not really sure of what to use for a hook, just repeating the title gives them that validation when they actually click through that they're gonna see what they're gonna get. And guys, it's really important. You gotta hook them like in the first 10 seconds. You can't have the hook later. Don't do any montage or anything like, you know, announcing who you are, your brand or anything like that. Really important. Thumbnail, click through and hook them. But then the next thing you're probably wondering is what is the loop, right? How do you effectively create that loop? For me, in this video that I'm showing you now, when I came in, I hooked you with how I'm going to show you how to package the thumbnails and how I do it, right? That's what you saw from the thumbnail and the title. So when I give you that reassurance and the hook, I want to open a loop. And what do I mean by that? I need to keep you watching in this video, right? So the loop for this video was the 3 steps. I drew a triangle, and hopefully you've watched the first one, the second, and you're waiting to hear the third. And I don't know if you noticed while I was doing that, I also drew a line in here to say, okay, because once you got the third, you might just take off, right? But I want you to watch the whole video. So I threw this line here saying, I'm gonna give that final thing in the middle, which is really important. But to keep you not hanging, I'm just gonna put it here. And that's clients. So the whole point of this video is if you have the packaging correct, you'll get the people to watch that video, right? And they'll click on the thumbnail, the title agrees with the thumbnail. When you hook them with what you say in your hook, there's other ways to hook. It doesn't have to be just with what you say, but that's the easiest. The easiest is to repeat the title, right? And then you have this loop, so the video, you keep them in the video and they watch a lot of it. And YouTube says, great, they're watching this video for a long time. I'm going to serve it to the next group. And the other benefit of this and why you get clients with this packaging is it was really related to the avatar, right? This video, how to package a YouTube video to get you more clients. The idea is the coaching clients, you guys who I'm trying to talk to in this video, would click through and watch this whole video because this is also going to help them. But what we're really focusing is on the packaging. And that loop keeps you watching till the end. And the benefit of that is now you can give them your CTA. For me, what the CTA is going to be for you guys is, hey, I have a free community of other people building their coaching businesses, right? And I can show you more of this framework. The link is down in the description. If I didn't get you to watch that video, I wouldn't be able to share that with you and have a call to action to be able to work with you and get more clients. So guys, I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments, is there anything else that you think of in this? Do you have any questions? So I hope this video made a lot of sense to you and to help you package your videos to get more clients. And I'd love to see you in my community. It's free. Come check it out.